Four life events which require financial planning. Now, I know a lot of financial planners, wealth planners, insurance agents, whoever the name you call them, they come to you and ask for an appointment to talk about something, but you don't give them the opportunity to talk to you. But they are coming to you to tell you something important, maybe to discuss these four life events which require financial planning, right? Either they might select one of these life events, or sometimes a good financial planner or good life insurance agent or a wealth planner will talk about all these four areas, and there are some other areas as well. These are the main four areas. So they'll discuss main four areas, and then they'll ask you the priority, and they will advise you on the first priority. So look here, Mr. Client, you need to think of this life event first, and you should plan on this. So they might do something like that. So these financial planners and life insurance agents are doing something like that. So you don't give them the opportunity to talk to you, maybe because you have some uh, predetermined, or you have a veil, or you have some particular perception about them, and then you don't want to talk to them. So maybe because of that, you're not giving them the opportunity. Today, I'll discuss everything about these four events so that you can get an understanding about all the four life events. And next time, when the next financial planner or the wealth planner or the agent calls you, so you know what's your priority, or you know how to handle them. Okay, so before I go into the topic, so I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Dhananjay Gamla, the trainer for skill development and personal finance planning. So basically, what I do is, in this channel, in Growth Lab, I help you to take more empowered financial decisions when it comes to financial planning, personal financial planning, which means about planning your finances, right? Day to day finances. So, uh, the reason behind me starting this channel and doing this content is to educate you, because there are a lot of mis-selling happening in the market, right? Maybe because there are certain life insurance agents, not all of them are, some of them, maybe they are not aware of the policy conditions, or they want to like hide certain conditions so that they can get the policy done, because average how do I say, professional fee is bit higher in financial products. So I kind of help you to not to get into that trap by educating you. So uh, please feel free to share this content with your loved ones, friends, relatives, so they also get this financial education, because this is one of the underrated skills, right? Actually, we should be starting this during your college time, or right after the high school, but still people maybe uh, who are working also don't have this financial planning education, so they are not aware of it. So please feel free to suggest to your friends and subscribe as well, right? Okay, if you press the bell icon, you'll get a notification when I upload the next video. Okay, so let's dive into the subject today. Now, I told you we are going to talk about the four life events which need financial planning. So I'll go one by one, and I'll give you a brief introduction about each life event. And in future, I'm planning to do a detailed one about each life event. So if you're like watching this video after a while, you'll see a card coming up here about the detailed video, right? It discusses about the particular life event in detail, in deeper uh, understanding. Did I say it right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go to the first one. The first one is living too long. Now, do you know the average life expectancy? Right. I know it varies from region to region. It's about, as an average, basically in South Asian region, it's about 75 years, 75 to 80 years, if you take the other regions as well. Now, basically, we retire at the age of maybe 60, 55. Then again, the situation is little different in regionally, but basically we retire at the age of 55 or 60. Now, you need to plan for your long living. If you are going to live long, you need to plan, because at a certain age you'll stop earning, right? Your earnings will stop. You're not going to get your paycheck, or you're not going to get your salary, profits, whatever the thing. But ladies and gentlemen, your expenses will continue. So because of that, you need to think about the financial planning for this event, living too long. Now, there is a misconception in our mind, in the society, thinking that people don't live that long, right? People die early, because you see a lot of youngsters are dying from some cardiac issues, like heart attack, or some are dying from cancer accidents at very young age. But ladies and gentlemen, research shows that we live longer, right? So when you live longer, you need an income, right? That's why you need to plan for your retirement. Now, on the other hand, let's say assume that you are like retiring at the age of 55, you're living till about 75 years. Let's assume that you start working maybe, let's say, after 25 years, right? You might start your working or career before that, but let's assume that you start working by the age of 25. 25 to 55, you have good 30 years to earn. Now, if you take your retirement age, it is also like uh, another 20 years. If you take it as a percentage, it's like 66% of your working life. Shouldn't we concerned about that life? Of course, yes. So that's the main reason uh, that you should think about this living too long, because of that. All right. On the other hand, so I gave you two reasons, because it's like a 60% of your working life. On the other hand, your income will stop at a certain age, but still your expenses will continue. On the other hand, you are less attractive uh, at at the retirement. When you like past 55, 60, you don't have the eyesight that you had before. You don't have the physical strength, so your employability is little less, right? So I know some occupations will increase the value, but still, general scenario, you'll reduce your employability. Then you don't get the income that as you used to get. So that is another concern. So these are good reasons for you to think about your retirement, and we have dreams, to have a retirement, good retirement. So think about it. And I want to tell you, in certain regions, uh, about 50% people only have at least something for their retirement. All right. Others, either they depend on someone, or they'll have to keep working till they die. That's a bit, how do I say it, not favorable, but that's the real scenario. So think about this critical skill, not skill, critical scenario, life event. We need to think about it, right? Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. The next event is living too short. Now you must be thinking, this guy is talking something nuts, because spoke about living too long, and how could living too short be a problem? Yeah, it could be a problem, especially when you have dependents, or if you are a breadwinner of the family. Let's say you are the father, or you are the main income generator of the family. In such a scenario, uh, let's say due to an unfortunate event, if you die, uh, family will not get the income for the family, right? They have to go to school, basic necessities like, to buy groceries, to pay the rent, right, medicine, transportation, right, basic needs. They'll end up with having nothing, right? Do you have any backup plan for this? But keep something in mind, like this thing in mind. This backup fund should be a liquid one. Now, you can't be saying like, I have real estate, I have a vehicle, right, like that, because these are not, you cannot liquidate them very quickly. And if you haven't done a last will, the process will go till like 10-20 years for them to get the real money, right? When they are trying to sell it, there could be some other owners coming in and interrupt the selling process. And I know some uh, actual scenarios, some litigations are running for about 20 years, right? So because of that, you need to have liquid cash or liquidity in the asset, liquidity in the backup plan, right? Ideally it should be uh, uh, how do I say it, an emergency fund or a life insurance you need to have, right? So in your absence, they get the money and then they run for a particular period of time without any hassle. So that is number two, right? So if it is not the case, if you haven't done it properly, unfortunately they'll go through some um, burdens when you pass away, right? These are like real scenarios, so I don't have to hide anything. So this is the second life event that you need to think about in personal finance planning, right? I'll go to the third one. Third one is living with impaired health, right? In certain regions, for you to get quality like healthcare treatments, you need to have an insurance card. In certain countries, in certain regions, you have government medical facilities. Now, when you have free government medical facilities, like countries like, I'm not sure about India, but in Sri Lanka, there are free government medical facilities, but the queue is long. Now, if you take an open heart surgery, the list is like, it's crazy. Like, you need to get an urgent open heart surgery to be done, and the waiting list is like 2 months, 3 months, sometimes it's beyond that. So you'll have to live with impaired health. It is a critical scenario, right? Let's say you want to fly to some other country and get your treatments done, right? In such a scenario, you need to have a plan to cover your medical expenses. Either it should be a fund, some money saved in some particular place, or a medical insurance plan for you to cover your medical expenses, right? I'm not only talking about normal hospitalization like for flu, cough. For these also we get hospitalized. Good that you can, good if you can have a plan for these events as well, right? If you can afford. But I'm talking about very serious conditions like uh, cardio issues like heart attacks, angioplasties, sometimes like cancer, stroke. These things, we need to have a solid plan, right? I have a very unfortunate example to share. One of my colleague is who is from my college. Unfortunately, I couldn't approach him to tell him about the importance of having a cover. So he's undergoing a very critical illness, and all the colleagues in the college are collecting money to get the treatments done. So you need to think about this life event as well. Do I have a solid plan to cover my critical uh, illness areas? So this is for three main areas, right? If you like take these three, my advice would be to go for this first, right? Have your health covered, and then go for your emergency fund and think about the retirement. So this is order, but it might vary depending on your circumstances, right? Okay, so let's talk about the fourth area. The fourth area is fund building, or not having funds for your life goals. Now, this image is about child education. Let's say you have a kid and you need to send him for higher education when this kid reaches about 16, 18, 19, right? 17, 19, you know, depending on the geographical region. Then again it varies. So for you to send them for higher education, you need funds, right? Now think about your age. Now let's say you're 35 years old, and your kid is, let's say, 3 years old. Now in another, let's say, 15 years, you need to send them for higher education. In that case, you will be about 50 years, right? So you're a bit old and quite difficult to get a loan, and you need to pay your installments during your retirement as well. So think about it early, so that you can save and earn interest rather than borrow and pay interest. So think about it, right? This is only an example. So you, if you have any other life events like child's wedding, if you want to prepare a dowry for them, right? If you want to start a business in 10 years, 15 years, so that case, if you want to like do something good for the society in 10 years, 15 years, so these are some examples for no funds, right? So ladies and gentlemen, these are the four areas where these insurance agents or wealth planners or financial advisors come to you to discuss about. I think it's good to, you know, get an understanding about these areas, and then decide the first one that I'm going to plan. You know, it is quite difficult for you to plan all four of these at once, because it requires a lot of investments. Uh, so uh, think about them and prioritize couple of them, and tell your life insurance agent or financial planner that I want to plan these two, and get me a plan. So that will be the approach. And in a future video, I'm planning to discuss some suitable instruments for each of these life events. You know, basically you can go for life insurance uh, for everything, but you can, you know, when you have base level covered, you can think about other instruments as well, right? So let's talk about them in a future video. So thank you very much once again. Before I conclude, I would like to thank everyone for watching the video till the end, and please do subscribe to Growth Club and suggest this video um to your friends, and leave a comment uh, about the video. And if you want me to discuss about anything in particular, please mention in the comment section. So thank you very much. Have a great day.